Welcome back to Knowledge Journey. Today we're diving into a topic that resonates deeply with many of us: how to attract a woman using the principles of Stoicism. Picture this. You meet an extraordinary woman who quickly captivates your heart and mind, leaving you thinking about her all the time. It's a beautiful yet challenging scenario. How do you make her feel the same way about you? Attracting a woman isn't just about luck or superficial charm. It's about understanding yourself and how you fit into the world. It's about creating genuine, meaningful connections that stand the test of time. The ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers profound insights that can help you achieve this. By embracing Stoic principles, you can become more mindful, confident, and emotionally resilient, all of which are incredibly attractive qualities. In today's journey, we will uncover secrets through the lens of Stoicism that will help you not only attract, but also deeply connect with that special woman, making her think of you constantly. If you find this discussion valuable, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Let's embark on this journey together and discover how Stoic principles can transform your relationships and your life. 1. Remembering the details. One of the fundamental principles of Stoicism is mindfulness, being present in the moment and attentive to the details around you. When it comes to building a meaningful connection with a woman, this principle becomes incredibly powerful. In a world where distractions are everywhere, your ability to remember and value the small details can set you apart and make a lasting impression. Small details show you care and pay attention. Remembering her favorite type of tea, the author she loves, or a particular anecdote she shared can make her feel valued and special. It's about being genuinely interested in the little things that matter to her. Use Stoic mindfulness to notice and remember these small things. For instance, imagine she mentions during a conversation that she loves Earl Grey tea. A week later, you surprise her by bringing it up again, or even better, by having a cup ready for her the next time you meet. This simple act shows that you're truly listening and that you care about her preferences and joys. Another example is if she tells you about her favorite childhood book. Picture her delight when weeks later you bring up a memorable quote from that book. It's these little moments that create a deep sense of connection and understanding. By remembering and acknowledging these details, you're showing her that she is important to you and that you value her experiences and memories. A practical tip is to write down details after your conversations. When she tells you about her day or shares her thoughts, jot it down later. Recalling these details later shows that you're not just passively listening, but actively absorbing what she says. This aligns with the Stoic principle of balance, using your memory and attention thoughtfully and authentically. By focusing on these details, you're laying the groundwork for a potential relationship where both of you feel connected in a meaningful way. This isn't just about making her feel seen and appreciated. It's about creating a connection that could lead to something significant. Remember, in the philosophy of Stoicism, it's the small, consistent actions that lead to profound results. By practicing mindfulness and showing genuine interest in the details of her life, you're building a foundation for a strong, lasting connection. 2. Embrace uncertainty and novelty. Life is full of uncertainties, and embracing this fact is a key aspect of Stoicism. The unpredictability of life can bring about excitement and novelty, which are crucial in keeping a relationship vibrant and engaging. This principle not only adds excitement to your interactions, but also demonstrates your willingness to step out of your comfort zone and explore new experiences with her. Uncertainty and new experiences create excitement. Living life to the fullest without fear, as Stoics like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius advised, means being open to new and unexpected experiences. Imagine the thrill of stepping into the unknown together, discovering new places, and creating shared memories that are unique and unforgettable. For example, if you've spent most of your time indoors, plan a day exploring a nearby town. Imagine wandering through quaint streets, stumbling upon a hidden cafe, and sharing a cup of coffee while watching the world go by. Or perhaps you both try something completely new, like taking a pottery class or going for a hike in an unfamiliar park. The excitement of discovering something new together can create a powerful bond. Let's say you decide to take a spontaneous road trip. You don't have a strict plan, just a sense of adventure. As you drive, you find a charming antique shop on the side of the road. You stop, explore, and find an old record she loves. This kind of spontaneity and willingness to embrace the unexpected makes your time together special and memorable. In conversations, introduce philosophical questions or hypothetical situations. Instead of discussing everyday mundane topics, ask her thoughts on deep, thought-provoking subjects. For instance, you could ask, if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why? This not only keeps the conversation interesting, but also demonstrates your depth and intellectual curiosity, which are attractive traits. Another example could be discussing the concept of parallel universes. Do you ever wonder how different our lives might be if we made different choices? What do you think your parallel self is doing right now? These types of questions can lead to fascinating discussions and show her that you are genuinely interested in her thoughts and ideas. From a Stoic viewpoint, unpredictability isn't about being reckless, but about being open to life's possibilities and accepting experiences as they come without expectations. Socrates said that people should live their lives according to nature, which is unpredictable and full of surprises. Embracing this unpredictability in your interactions shows that you are adaptable and open-minded. Imagine you're at a park and come across a group performing live music. Instead of just walking by, you decide to join in, dance, and enjoy the moment. This spontaneous act can turn an ordinary day into an extraordinary experience, creating a vivid memory for both of you. Adding an element of surprise to your time together regularly will make her think of you as someone who brings excitement and novelty into her life. This will not only make you more attractive at the moment, but also create memories that she will cherish and associate with you, making her think of you even years later. Picture this. One evening, you ask her to join you for a casual walk. As you stroll through the park, you suddenly stop and hand her a small, wrapped gift. Inside is a beautiful, hand-picked flower that you found earlier. This unexpected gesture, coupled with the serene setting, creates a moment of pure joy and surprise. By embracing uncertainty and novelty, you show her that life with you is full of exciting possibilities, and that you are someone who can turn even the simplest moments into magical experiences. This approach not only keeps the relationship fresh and engaging, but also builds a deep, emotional connection that is grounded in shared adventures and the joy of discovery. Hop 3. Share your journeys and influence subtly. Sharing your journeys and experiences can create a deeper bond and subtly influence her thoughts in a meaningful and impactful way. Stoicism teaches us to master our thoughts and emotions, and we can apply this wisdom to our interactions. By sharing personal stories and experiences, you can draw her in and make her feel connected to you on a deeper level. Embedded commands are a technique where you subtly influence her thoughts without being direct. Tailor your conversations to her level of understanding and embed your suggestions within them. For example, instead of directly telling her to relax and feel comfortable around you, you might say, imagine us just enjoying a conversation without any worries about where it might lead. This subtle command encourages her to feel at ease and enjoy your interactions. Respect her autonomy by letting feelings develop naturally. The beauty of this approach lies in its subtlety. It's not about commanding or controlling her thoughts, but gently guiding them. This method respects her independence and lets her emotions grow organically, aligning with the Stoic approach of not forcing outcomes, but letting them unfold naturally. Communicate in a way that aligns with her subconscious. The best way to reach someone is to connect with them on a subconscious level. By speaking in a way that resonates with her deeper thoughts and feelings, you create a more profound and lasting impact. Imagine you are talking about a recent trip you took. Instead of just stating facts, weave a story that draws her in. When I was hiking in the Alps, there was a moment when the fog lifted, revealing an incredible view of the valley below. It felt like the universe was revealing a hidden gem just for me. Have you ever had a moment like that, where everything just clicks into place? This not only shares your experience, but also subtly plants a feeling of wonder and curiosity. Sharing your personal journeys can also include moments of vulnerability. For instance, you could share a story about a time when you faced a significant challenge and how you overcame it. There was a time when I felt completely lost in my career. I remember sitting on a park bench, feeling overwhelmed. But then I decided to take a step back, reassess my goals, and slowly but surely, I found my way. Have you ever faced a moment like that? This not only shows your resilience, but also invites her to share her own experiences, creating a space for mutual understanding and empathy. Respecting her autonomy means not pushing too hard or too fast. Let's say she shares a personal dream with you, like writing a book. Instead of immediately offering solutions or advice, you could say, "I can imagine how fulfilling it must be to bring your ideas to life through writing. It's a journey worth taking." This shows that you support her ambitions without overwhelming her with suggestions, allowing her to feel confident in her own path. Communicating in a way that aligns with her subconscious also means being attuned to her emotional cues and responding appropriately. If she's sharing something that clearly means a lot to her, reflect that back to her. For example, "It sounds like your volunteer work really touches your heart. I can see why it's so important to you." This kind of empathetic listening shows that you are deeply engaged and care about what she values. Imagine discussing future aspirations together, subtly planting seeds of shared dreams. Imagine us traveling the world, discovering new cultures, and learning from each experience. What places are on your travel bucket list? This type of conversation not only shares your vision, but also invites her to see you as part of her future adventures. By sharing your journeys and influencing subtly, you create a narrative that she becomes invested in. These shared stories and experiences build a foundation of trust and mutual respect. It's about weaving your lives together in a way that feels natural and exciting, aligning with the Stoic principles of authenticity and emotional resilience. This approach not only makes you more attractive, but also deepens the connection, making her think of you as someone who truly understands and complements her journey. 4. Discuss the future thoughtfully. Talking about the future can show that you're serious about your relationship and committed to a shared path. However, it's important to approach this thoughtfully and at the right time. Discussing future plans thoughtfully and considerately can create a sense of anticipation and security, demonstrating that you see her as a significant part of your life. Discussing future plans like attending a concert next year or planning a vacation together shows commitment and thoughtfulness. These conversations create a sense of anticipation and security. For example, if you're having a pleasant conversation and bring up a concert of a band you both love happening in a few months, you could say, "Maybe we should see them live next summer." This sparks excitement and shows that you see a future together. Ensure the relationship is at a point where discussing the future feels natural and not forced. Timing is crucial. Bringing up future plans too soon can overwhelm instead of inspire. Make sure your relationship is ready for these discussions. Genuine conversations about the future should be interactive, allowing her to share her hopes and concerns. This not only shows your commitment, but also respects her feelings and desires, creating a deeper connection based on mutual understanding. An example could be discussing a shared dream of starting a small business or traveling to a particular destination. I've always dreamed of opening a little cafe by the beach. Imagine spending our mornings watching the sunrise and serving fresh coffee to locals and travelers. What's your dream? Such conversations not only show your vision for the future, but also invite her to share hers, creating a collaborative and hopeful outlook. Another example could be planning small, meaningful activities together. Suppose she mentions wanting to learn how to cook a particular cuisine. You could say, "I've always wanted to take a cooking class. Maybe we could find one and learn together?" This not only shows your interest in her passions, but also demonstrates a willingness to share and build experiences together. If she shares her long-term goals, listen attentively and find ways to align your future plans with hers. For instance, if she dreams of traveling through Europe, you could respond with, "I've always wanted to explore the hidden gems of Europe, not just the popular spots. Maybe we could make a list of unique places to visit together." This shows that you're not only supportive, but also excited about the possibility of shared adventures. Timing is crucial. Bringing up future plans too soon can overwhelm instead of inspire. For example, after a few dates, if the relationship is progressing well, you might say, "I've been thinking about exploring the national parks this summer. Would you be interested in joining me on a couple of trips?" This shows thoughtfulness and consideration without pressuring her. Genuine conversations about the future should be interactive, allowing her to share her hopes and concerns. This not only shows your commitment, but also respects her feelings and desires, creating a deeper connection based on mutual understanding. For example, you might ask, "What are some things you hope to achieve in the next few years?" This invites her to open up and share her dreams, and you can find common ground to build upon. Discussing future plans is not just about making big, long-term commitments. It can also be about small, meaningful steps that show you're thinking ahead. For instance, suggesting, "There's a fantastic art exhibit coming to town next month. Would you like to go see it with me?" This indicates that you're interested in spending time together and making plans beyond the immediate future. By thoughtfully discussing the future, you show her that you are serious about the relationship and see her as an integral part of your life. This approach not only strengthens your bond, but also builds a foundation of trust and shared vision. It's about creating a future that excites and inspires both of you, grounded in mutual respect and understanding. Number 5, leave gaps in information for curiosity. Creating curiosity is a powerful way to keep her thinking about you. By not revealing everything at once, you make her eager to learn more about you. This approach taps into a fundamental aspect of human nature, the desire to fill in gaps in our understanding, which can be particularly engaging in the context of building a romantic connection. Share partial stories to create natural cliffhangers. For instance, if you're talking about a recent adventure, instead of telling her everything, you could say, "I was hiking in the Rockies and ended up in a surprising situation with just a map and my wits." Then pause. This creates a natural cliffhanger, making her curious and wanting to know more. The key is to leave her intrigued and eager to hear the rest of your story. People naturally want to fill knowledge gaps. When you leave some details out, it sparks her curiosity, making her think about you and your experiences. This aligns with the Stoic principle of knowing when to speak and when to hold back, creating a balanced and engaging interaction. For example, you might share a snippet of your childhood memory without giving the full context. When I was a kid, there was this one summer when something extraordinary happened that changed my entire outlook on life. But that's a story for another time. This leaves her intrigued and eager to learn more about your past, creating a sense of mystery and depth. Let stories breathe and allow her to ask questions. This interaction not only keeps her interested, but also builds a deeper connection as she becomes more engaged in your stories and experiences. For instance, you might say, "I've been to some fascinating places in my travels, but there's one particular place that holds a special place in my heart. I'll tell you about it sometime." This not only piques her curiosity, but also gives her something to look forward to. Another example could be discussing a personal project or hobby. "I've been working on a project that I'm really passionate about. It's something that combines my love for history and creativity. I'd love to show you someday." This not only leaves her curious about your interests, but also indicates that you have a life filled with meaningful activities. Imagine you're recounting a beautiful moment you experienced while traveling. Instead of giving all the details, you could say, "There was this one evening in Florence when the sunset was so breathtaking that it felt like time stood still. I'll have to show you the photos sometime." This not only leaves her wanting to know more, but also subtly invites her into your world, creating a sense of intimacy and shared experiences. From a Stoic perspective, knowing when to hold back and when to share is a powerful tool in building meaningful connections. It's not about being secretive or manipulative, but about creating a dynamic interaction where both of you are engaged and curious about each other's lives. Imagine discussing an unusual hobby or interest you have. "I've recently gotten into something quite unique. It's a bit unconventional, but it's been incredibly rewarding. I'll have to tell you more about it another time." This kind of statement not only sparks curiosity, but also shows that you have diverse interests and are willing to share them gradually. By leaving gaps in information, you create an environment of curiosity and anticipation. This approach keeps her thinking about you and eager to learn more, deepening the connection between you. It's about creating a narrative that she becomes invested in, making your interactions more engaging and memorable. This technique, when used thoughtfully, can build a foundation of intrigue and interest, fostering a deeper, more meaningful relationship. 6. Maintain a balanced attention. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-discipline and focusing on your own growth and virtues. In relationships, this means balancing the attention you give to her with your own personal goals and pursuits. This balanced approach not only makes you more attractive, but also helps you maintain your individuality and self-worth. When you're always available, it's easy to be taken for granted. People value what is less available to them. By not being immediately accessible all the time, you show that you have your own life with goals and passions. This creates a sense of respect and admiration, as she sees you as someone who values their own time and pursuits. Focus on personal growth and virtues. Engage in activities that improve your life, such as working on important projects, learning new skills, or advancing in your career. These pursuits not only make you more interesting, but also show that you're self-motivated, a very desirable trait. Imagine the appeal of a man who is dedicated to his personal growth, whether it's mastering a new language, training for a marathon, or building a business. For example, if you're working on a personal project, such as writing a book or training for a marathon, share your progress and passion with her. This not only shows your dedication, but also gives her insight into your life and interests. You might say, "I've been working on a novel that's been a dream of mine for years. It's been challenging, but incredibly rewarding. Have you ever pursued something that took a lot of time and effort?" Balance the attention given to her with the attention you pay to your own life. This doesn't mean ignoring her, but rather managing your time and energy wisely. When you do spend time with her after being genuinely busy, your interactions will be more meaningful and engaging because you'll have more to talk about. For instance, after a week of intense work or training, taking her out for a special dinner and sharing your experiences can be incredibly fulfilling for both of you. Value your time and others' time equally. By maintaining a high-value perception of your time, you demonstrate respect for yourself and for others, including the woman you're interested in. This balance leads to a fuller, more satisfying life and makes you more attractive to others. Imagine you're deeply involved in a community service project that you're passionate about. You might share with her, "I've been volunteering at a local shelter on weekends. It's something I'm very passionate about. It's amazing to see the impact we can have on people's lives." This not only highlights your commitment to helping others, but also shows that you have a life filled with meaningful activities. By not being immediately accessible all the time, you create a sense of anticipation and appreciation. She will value the time you do spend together more because it's clear that you're balancing your life effectively. This also gives you the space to recharge and bring your best self to the relationship. For example, if you're working on advancing in your career, you might tell her about your latest project or milestone. "I've been working on a big project at work that's been taking a lot of my time, but it's so rewarding to see it come together. What about you? What's been keeping you busy lately?" This shows that you're ambitious and driven, while also inviting her to share her own experiences. From a Stoic perspective, maintaining a balanced attention is about recognizing the importance of self-care and personal growth. It's not about playing games or being elusive, but about genuinely valuing your time and ensuring that your life is well-rounded and fulfilling. By maintaining this balance, you become more attractive as a high-value individual who respects both your time and hers. It's about demonstrating that you're someone with goals, passions, and a sense of purpose. This approach not only enriches your life, but also deepens the connection between you, fostering a relationship built on mutual respect and admiration. Number 7. Flirt with authenticity. Flirting is an art, and when done with authenticity, it can create a significant impact. Stoicism teaches us to be genuine and true to ourselves, which is crucial in building meaningful connections. Authenticity in flirting shows that you value her as a person and are interested in her for who she truly is, beyond superficial attributes. Focus on her personality, interests, and intelligence rather than just her looks. Sincere compliments about her dedication, passion, and thoughts show that you value her for who she is, not just for her appearance. This approach not only makes her feel appreciated, but also sets you apart from those who only notice surface-level qualities. For example, if she talks about a book she's reading or a project she's working on, acknowledge her passion or dedication. Say something like, "I really admire how passionate you are about your projects. It's inspiring to see someone so dedicated." This shows that you're paying attention to her interests and valuing her efforts. Imagine her delight when she realizes that you genuinely care about what she loves and what excites her. Show interest in what she says and respond thoughtfully. Active listening is a powerful tool in flirting. When you genuinely listen and respond to her thoughts and feelings, you create a deeper bond. For instance, if she shares her thoughts on a recent movie she watched, you could respond with, "That's an interesting perspective. I hadn't thought about it that way. What did you think about the ending?" This not only keeps the conversation flowing, but also shows that you value her opinions. Incorporate deep thought and careful conversation into your flirting. Ask open-ended questions that encourage her to share more about herself. This not only shows your interest, but also aligns with the Stoic value of engaging in meaningful and thoughtful conversations. For example, Instead of a generic compliment, you might say, "You have a unique way of looking at things. What inspired you to start that project?" This shows genuine curiosity about her life and thoughts, making her feel appreciated and understood. Another example could be focusing on her accomplishments and expressing admiration for her achievements. "I'm really impressed by how much you've accomplished in your career. It takes a lot of dedication and hard work. What motivates you to keep pushing forward?" This type of compliment not only recognizes her efforts, but also invites her to share more about her personal journey and motivations. When you flirt with authenticity, you also share a bit of yourself in the process. Let's say you're discussing travel. Instead of just asking her about her favorite destinations, share your own experiences and dreams. "I've always been fascinated by ancient history. Visiting the ruins of Machu Picchu was a life-changing experience for me. Do you have a place that has left a lasting impact on you?" This not only opens up a deeper conversation, but also shows your willingness to be vulnerable and share your passions. Authentic flirting also involves being honest about your feelings and intentions. If you genuinely enjoy spending time with her, let her know. "I've really enjoyed our conversations and the time we've spent together. I find your insights and personality incredibly refreshing." This kind of honesty builds trust and shows that you are confident in expressing your feelings. Stoicism teaches us to be true to ourselves and others. By flirting with authenticity, you demonstrate that you value genuine connections over superficial interactions. This approach not only makes you more attractive, but also fosters a relationship based on mutual respect and understanding. Incorporate humor thoughtfully. A well-placed joke or lighthearted comment can add to the charm. For example, if she mentions a challenging day at work, you could respond with, "Sounds like you had a day worthy of a superhero. Do you have a cape hidden somewhere?" This adds a playful element while showing empathy for her situation. By focusing on her personality, interests, and intelligence, and by sharing your genuine thoughts and feelings, you create a deeper, more meaningful connection. Authentic flirting is not about impressing her with grand gestures, but about showing that you see her, value her, and are genuinely interested in who she is. This approach not only makes you stand out, but also builds a foundation for a lasting, fulfilling relationship. 8. Speak with emotion and adaptability. The way you use your voice can significantly impact your interactions. Stoicism teaches us to reflect our inner feelings through controlled yet expressive speech. By mastering vocal expression, you can convey your emotions more effectively and create a deeper connection with her. Your voice is a powerful tool that, when used correctly, can make your conversations more engaging and memorable. Use your voice to express emotion and connect with her. Most people don't think about how they use their voice, but it's a powerful instrument. Don't talk in a monotone. Vary your tone, pace, and volume to match the emotion and energy of what you're saying. This dynamic use of your voice will make your stories come alive and keep her engaged. For example, if you're telling her about an exciting experience, change your voice to convey excitement. Increase your volume, speed up your pace, and let your voice reflect your enthusiasm. When I reached the peak of the mountain, the view was breathtaking. The sky was so clear, and I felt like I was on top of the world. This makes your excitement palpable and draws her into the moment. Conversely, if you're sharing something more profound or personal, slow down and lower your tone. There was a time in my life when I felt completely lost, but it was in those quiet moments of reflection that I found my true purpose. This softer, slower delivery conveys the seriousness and depth of your feelings, making the moment more intimate. Dynamic use of your voice makes conversations lively and engaging. It shows that you're not just present but actively engaged, making her feel more connected to you. Imagine describing a serene moment from your travels. As I sat by the lake, watching the sun set over the horizon, everything felt so peaceful and perfect. The calm, reflective tone mirrors the tranquility of the scene and invites her to share in your experience. Reflect inner feelings with controlled yet expressive speech. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius were known for their wisdom and the power of their delivery. By mastering the art of vocal expression, you can make a lasting impression and create a deeper connection. Your ability to convey your emotions through your voice shows that you are in touch with your feelings and can communicate them effectively. For example, during a conversation about a mutual interest, you might say, "I get so passionate when I talk about art because it's such a profound way to express the human experience." Your enthusiasm and passion will be evident in your voice, making the conversation more engaging and showing her your depth of feeling. Another powerful technique is to use pauses effectively. Pausing after making an important point allows the weight of your words to sink in. I realized then that true happiness comes from within. This pause gives her time to reflect on what you've said, making your words more impactful. Adapt your speech to match the energy of the conversation. If she's excitedly sharing a recent achievement, match her enthusiasm. "That's incredible. You must be so proud of yourself." On the other hand, if she's sharing something more serious or somber, mirror her tone. "I'm really sorry to hear that. It sounds like it's been really tough for you." This shows empathy and understanding, strengthening your connection. Imagine you're recounting a beautiful sunset you witnessed. Instead of saying, "The sunset was nice," try, "The sky was painted in hues of orange and pink, and as the sun dipped below the horizon, it felt like time stood still." This not only describes the scene, but also conveys the emotion and wonder you felt, drawing her into the moment. Using humor appropriately can also enhance your connection. A light-hearted joke or playful comment can add to the charm. For instance, if she mentions a minor mishap at work, you might say, "Looks like you've had an adventure worthy of an epic tale. Maybe we should write a book about it." This adds a playful element while showing empathy for her situation. Incorporating storytelling into your conversations can also make them more engaging. Share anecdotes that highlight your experiences and emotions. One time, I got lost in a foreign city, but instead of panicking, I decided to explore and ended up finding the most amazing little cafe. It was an adventure I'll never forget. This not only makes your conversation more interesting, but also shows your resilience and adaptability. By mastering the art of vocal expression, you show that you are present, engaged, and in tune with your emotions. This approach not only makes you more attractive, but also helps to build a deeper, more meaningful connection. Your voice becomes a bridge that connects your inner world with hers, creating moments of shared understanding and emotion. Through expressive and adaptable speech, you can make your interactions unforgettable, fostering a relationship built on genuine connection and emotional resonance. Conclusion. Attraction is about creating long-lasting, meaningful connections, not just fleeting moments. The techniques and insights we've discussed today, grounded in the principles of Stoicism, offer a powerful framework for building such connections. By embracing mindfulness, unpredictability, subtle influence, thoughtful discussions about the future, leaving gaps to spark curiosity, maintaining balanced attention, flirting with authenticity, and mastering the art of vocal expression, you can foster a deep and genuine bond with the woman you admire. If this discussion resonated with you, please take a moment to leave a comment below with "I do" to show your commitment to incorporating these Stoic principles into your life. We'd also love to hear your personal stories or any reflections this discussion may have sparked. Your interactions enrich our community and help us all grow together. Remember, every interaction is an opportunity to practice patience, deepen your understanding, and grow genuine connections. These principles are not just tactics. They are foundational elements that can help you live a calmer, more reflective life. By integrating these practices into your daily interactions, you're not only becoming more attractive, but also more resilient, thoughtful, and self-aware. So, take the time to reflect on these insights, practice them, and observe how they transform your relationships. Don't forget to watch the recommended video on your screen for more insights and discussions that can further enhance your understanding and application of Stoicism. Thank you for spending time with us today. Keep striving, keep learning, and remember that every interaction is a chance to build meaningful connections grounded in authenticity and respect. Continue your journey with Stoicism and let it guide you towards deeper, more fulfilling relationships. Stay tuned for more enriching content here on Knowledge Journey.